to record. So, Gracie, now probably we're going to run this show together. Like the other day, your sister was running the show with me. And today we're going to study biochemistry and the machinery of life. So basically, we learned a little bit about the chemistry. We learned a little bit of biology. And the biochemistry is put these things together. Okay, Gracie, you're going to read for me.
Biochemistry is one of the crossover fields of chemistry. Biochemists have to understand the living world and the chemical world. Even if you don't want to become a biochemist, you'll still have to understand atoms and biology. You'll have to know about organic
chemistry, which is good job. Go.
The key thing to remember is that biochemistry is the chemistry of the living world. Plants, animals, and single-cell organisms of all the basic chemical compounds to live their lives. Biochemistry is not about the cells or the organisms. It's about the smallest parts of those organisms, the molecules. It's also about the cycles that create these biological compounds.
Wow, good job, good job, good job, good job. Now look at this picture. Look at this wonderful picture, the cycles. Can you tell me something? Can you tell me something about this cycle? This wonderful picture, repeating biochemical cycle. And I'm going to help you. Go.
The sun gives energies to plants,
So look at this cycle. Sun gives energy to the plants through the process of photosynthesis. So it's going to change what? Carbon dioxide you breathe out with what? With through carbon dioxide through the sunlight, we'll get glucose. Okay. Through Kevin cycle, you have glucose. Okay. And then that's the energy. And then this living being eat the glucose, eat the sugar, any food they eat. Through the citric acid cycle, give them ATP, which is energy. Okay. Alex, do you want to read for me the next paragraph? Go.
Every cycle has a place.
No, you start from photosynthesis.
Oh, okay. You can probably guess that biochemical cycle repeat over and over. Those cycles allow living creatures to survive on Earth. It could be the constant process of photosynthesis that creates sugar in plants and builds complex proteins in the cells of your body. Also, cycles rely on enzymes and other proteins to move the atoms and molecules. Understanding the helper molecules is as important as learning about the cycles themselves.
Wonderful. You did a good job. So the important concept here is photosynthesis, of course, and then the enzyme, protein. These are the basic concepts you need to learn in high school, okay, for the success of a biology class. But this one is even a little harder because it's put chemistry and biology together. Okay, now next paragraph. You did a good job, Alex. Every cycle have a place. Go.
Cycle molecule. Oh, okay. Every cycle has a place, and each one is just a small piece that helps the organisms survive. In each cycle, molecules are used as reactants, and they formed into products. Life is one big network of activity, where each piece relies on all the others. A compound such as an her herbic herbicide. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, but herbicide. These are the things. Like for example, my backyard. I usually don't use it, but a lot of houses use that to kill the weed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially the mechanical big farm industry like that monster chemical food company, Monsanto. They produce a lot of these herbicide. They kill the weed, so our food can survive, right? But when they kill the weed, these chemicals is also bad for us. It can kill the other insects. But will they kill us? Will they produce cancer in our body? We don't know. So that's why we need to keep on doing this kind of research, okay? Herbicide, that is the chemical to kill the plants, especially the weed, wild weed. Go ahead.
May only break one part of one cycle in a plant. However, because everything needs to work together, the whole plant eventually dies. Environmental chemists look at the way chemical compounds affect living things and the world around you.
Wonderful job, wonderful job. Gracie, next paragraph. Start from the basics. So we start from the very foundation. So you won't feel so hard, but the foundation probably are the most important thing. That's why it's easier to learn when you're younger. Okay, go ahead.
We may have been talking about cycles to this point. However, we think it's important that you understand the different types of molecules you will find in biochemistry. We aren't going to go into this.
Citric acid cycle. Citric like orange juice. Orange juice is citric. Go.
We won't even look at the 11 steps involved in the breakdown of glucose. At your level of understanding, it's enough to know the difference between steroid and
amino acid. Amino acid. Didn't we learn amino acid a little bit last time? Go.
And a carbohydrate.
Carbohydrates in our bread, right? Carbohydrates in our bread. Go.
There will be plenty of time for you to memorize the pathways and the movement of molecules during each step of a cycle.
Good job, good job. For this one, you should study all by yourself about steroid. What's that? The growth hormone. The growth hormone, that these hormones that will make you guys grow faster. So, Alex, you are going to read this one for my entertainment because you are growing very fast, right? Especially for the athletes. They need to grow very fast with muscles and bone and stuff like that, right? So, these are okay, complicated stuff. Okay, you're going to read this part. Many forms of lipid which are fat. Okay, we need fat to grow. Lipids.
Lipids are another type of organic molecule. Remember that organic means that contains carbon atoms.
Good job.
It's not like organic farming at all. When you think of fat, you should know that they are lipids. Lipids are also used to make
steroid
and wax.
Yeah, good job.
So if you pick out some earwax and smell it, that's a lipid too.
Wow. So every time I teach, I will learn something new and to reaffirm some of the knowledge. Okay. Oh man, this is disgusting. We only need to study steroid. Why is that? Because as an athlete, you heard of probably so much story about steroid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because is that illegal to eat steroid before the, swimming? What do? You what sport did you do?
Tennis?
Tennis, yeah. Have you heard about anybody who use steroids? Tennis,
Nope.
yeah. Wimbledon, these guys who really want to, some girls eat steroids and they have muscle like boys or men, right? So that's totally illegal, and the sports authority works so hard trying to catch these people because steroid may build your muscle, but it's bad for your heart condition. But young people sometimes they don't care. They want to win. They want to win. Okay. Like everybody want to win, but they don't want to. They shouldn't harm their long-term health. No, you read steroid because it's very important for you. So very important.
Okay, steroids are found in animals within something called hormones. The basis of a steroid molecule is a 4-ring structure. 1 ring with 5 carbon and 3 rings with 6 carbons. You may have heard of steroids in the news. Many bodybuilders and athletes have used anabolic steroids to build muscle mass. The steroids make their bodies add more muscle than they would normally be able to. Those anabolic steroids help bodybuilders wind up stronger and bulkier, but not faster. Steroids are also used in necessary medicine. Some help people with acne, while others are used as muscle relaxer for injuries.
Wow. So anything that is good for us can be misused. Okay? Anything that's good for us can be misused. It can be used in medicine, but these normal people who use it to build up their muscle, that's pretty dumb. That's pretty dumb. Okay? That's why it's illegal and greasy. So you will, okay, Alex, read one small paragraph, the notes, and then Gracie will read the next one.
Never take drugs to enhance your body. Those athletes are actually hurting their bodies. They can't see it because it is slowly destroying their internal
organs. Okay.
And not the muscles. When they get older, they can have kidney and liver problems. Some even die.
Wow, that's why I see so many people going to the other side of my street to clean their kidney. They use artificial machine to draw their blood out and artificially clean their blood and pump the blood into their body. That's pathetic, right? Because how many kidneys do we have? We have 2 kidneys. Exactly to do that job, to clean our own blood. And these people destroy their own blood. Cleaning system, which is that there are 2 kidneys. They destroy one and they destroy other. And they apply for the government to help them to get a new kidney. And the waiting list is 100 miles long. Okay, not that long. But it's very expensive even to use dialysis machine to clean their own kidney, or else their own, the poison in their own urine will kill them. These are very expensive procedure. If they cannot pay for them, the government will. The government will. Is that a good idea, Alex?
Nah. They chose to give themselves a hard life, so I mean they should deal with it.
That's right. And then if the government pay for them, who is actually paying for them?
Us.
Yeah, you and me. Right?
Taxes.
Yeah, taxation without representation is evil, right? Taxation without representation is what you get American Revolution, right? But these people, they have a bad lifestyle. They use drugs, right? Growth hormone in order to win something, or the other drugs, and then you have to pay for it. And you didn't agree. Okay, you didn't even have to agree, and you still have to pay for that. That's pathetic. But it's a $1 billion business. It's a $1 billion business to clean kidney. for these people who don't eat the right food for go to McDonald's so much. Okay, and use drugs and these drugs including legal drugs, illegal drugs, sometimes even legal drugs. If people use even the legal drugs to balance their body unnecessarily, it's bad for their kidney. Okay, it's bad. Of course, smoking is bad for liver. Smoking cigarette is very bad for the liver. So kidney and the liver are very essential for us to live a healthy old life. Okay. Anyway, Gracie, your turn. Next one is difficult to pronounce, but you will pronounce it better than me. So that's why it's your job for next 2 paragraphs. Go. You just sound it out. Adjust your volume, Gracie.
It is made up of a molecule known as glycerol that is connected to 1, 2, or 3 fatty acids. Glycerol is the basis of all fats and is made up of a 3-carbon chain that connects the fatty acids together. A fatty acid is just a long chain of carbon atoms connected to each other.
Wonderful job, wonderful job, wonderful job. Look at this one, the picture. There's 3 carbons on top of it, on the side of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hydrogen. At the bottom, 1, 2, 3 oxygen. So you have hydrogen here, you have carbon here, you have oxygen here. So carbohydrates, right? So it's a long chain of carbon, long chain of carbon. So that's why you and me, we are all carbon-based organism. Carbon-based organism. One more paragraph, Gracie, you did a good job. And saturated and unsaturated fat is so important. So next time you go to your parents are cooking for you, use oil, right? And people go to restaurants, and when you buy these processing food, oh, it's especially cheese, right? Milk product, cheese product, processing food, all the processing food, especially the one with animal fat, you should ask whether it's a saturated fat or unsaturated fat. Which one is good for us? Which one is bad for us, for our health? So this one today, what we're learning today is very essential for your and your family's personal health. Okay? Okay, Gracie, one more paragraph. Go. Saturated and unsaturated fat. Go.
There are 2 kinds of fats, saturated and unsaturated. Unsaturated fats have at least 1 double bond in one of the fatty acids. A double bond happens when 4 electrons are shared or exchanged in a bond. They are much stronger than single bonds with only 2 electrons. Saturated fats have no double bonds.
One more paragraph, because it's all connected. Because saturated fat and unsaturated fat, you need to know which one is good and which one is bad. Go ahead, keep on going.
Fats have a lot of energy stored up in their molecular bonds. That's why the human body stores fat as an energy source. When you have extra sugars in your system, your body converts them into fats. When it needs extra fuel, your body breaks down the fat and uses the energy. Where 1 molecule of sugar only gives a small amount of energy, a fat molecule gives off many times more.
That's why I need to exercise more to convert my fat into fat somewhere. I have fat here, Gracie. Look at this one. I need to convert that into muscle if I have any, right? So I need to exercise more rather than just sitting here without movement. So exercise is good for you to transfer fat. I won't disclose other fats, right? The facial fat is still a lot of fat. I need to get rid of them, exercise more, so I will look better, a little better than right now. Okay. Okay, one little bit at a time. Nucleic acid. It's a big word. Gracie, didn't I say your homework last time is DNA? That homework is very mean for me to give you because it's pretty hard. But it's easier for you to just learn a little bit of a DNA, nucleic acid, these strange names. Right now, or else it's getting harder and harder, okay? Ask your sister, she knows. Okay. So Alex, it's your turn because you eventually have to learn this stuff. Because we live in a modern world. If you don't understand them, they will affect your life anyway. Go ahead. The nucleic acid. So
DNA describe the nucleic acid are the building blocks of living organisms. You may have heard of DNA described the same way. Guess what? DNA is just one type of nucleic acid. Some other types are RNA, mRNA, and tRNA. All of these NAs work together to help cells replicate and build protein. NA, hold on, might stand for nucleic acid? It might.
wow. So Na, whenever next time you see Na, it's a nucleic acid. Why does it have anything to do with you? It make you you. Because DNA are the secret code in any animal cell. In any animal cell, and we are full of animal cells. You like it or not, okay? They have a lot of nucleic acid. So what are they? What are they? What chemical elements in nucleic acid? We have NH3. Last time we learned in the NH2. Last time we learned NH3. Greasy, do you remember 2 days ago, 3 days ago, or last week? What is NH3? Ammonia, right? Yeah. Ammonia. But here you have NH, you have carbon, nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen. That's all we have here. Okay, Alex, keep on reading. Now we are getting to DNA and RNA. It's not supposed to be as intimidating as it sounds like. It's just some oxygen, some carbon, some nitrogen, only these three elements bonding together to make us, to make us. Go ahead.
While you probably don't have to remember the full words right now, we should tell you that DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid.
Beautiful, good job.
RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. The mRNA and tRNA are messenger RNA and transfer RNA.
Beautiful. At least you learned today M stands for messenger. T stands for transfer. Good job. Go.
You may never hear about RNA, which stands for ribosomal RNA.
Good job.
They are called nucleic acids because scientists first found them in the nucleus of cells. Now that we have better equipment, nucleic acids have been found in mitochondria, chloroplast, and cells that have no nucleus, such as bacteria and viruses.
Okay, so the difference between bacteria and virus will be always in your test. Why is that? Because sometimes, especially right now, it's getting cold, right? It's a fall season. And when it's getting cold, a lot of kids are going to have flu, cold, stuff like that. And when you go to see the doctor, some of the dumb ones give you antibody. Is antibody good for you? To cure your fever, it depends. If you got these diseases, epidemics through bacteria, right? Antibody will kill the bacteria, but it's bad for your kidney. Again, even the legalized drug is bad for your kidney, right? Because they're poison anyway. They're poison. All the drugs are poison. And your poor kidney have to clean these junks out of you through urinization, urine them out, okay? But some of them, you have the diseases because it's virus, and these antibody won't kill virus. They kill bacteria. They don't kill virus. That means these drugs, legalized drugs, if you eat them to kill the virus won't get killed. It just kill your kidney. Gently and slowly. Which is very bad for you, but you won't notice it when you are young. But when people get old, when their organs get deteriorated, they will be affected. Okay, whose turn? Gracie. Because my other students refuse to show their face. Like Timothy, Helen, don't want to do some hard labor. Helen, do you want to do some hard labor and read for me?
Something.
What did you say?
I'm eating something.
Oh, then next time when you finish eating, you shouldn't eat in my classroom anyway. Even if it's right now, it's in your living room, it's my classroom. How dare you eat in my class? It's a joke. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Finish your eating. I will call on you in the next 15 minutes. Okay. So Gracie, poor Gracie, you have to read more. Okay, go ahead. The basics. We only learn the basics. So I'm learning with you. What is a double helix? Again, this guy who get the double helix structure of DNA get Nobel Prize. Okay, go ahead. The basics.
About the big nucleic acids, DNA, mRNA, and tRNA. They are actually made up of chains of basic pairs of nucleic acids stretching from as few as 3 to million. When those pairs combine in super long chains, DNA, they make a shape called a double helix. The double helix shape is like a twisty ladder. The base pairs are called the rungs. We're very close to talking about the biology of cells here. While it doesn't change your knowledge of the chemistry involved, know that DNA holds your genetic information. Everything you are in your body is encoded in the DNA found in your cells. Scientists still debate how much of your personality is even controlled by DNA.
Wow. So that means if somebody cut your DNA and put some new DNA there, you will be changed into different personality. Isn't that scary? It's very hopeful for some people, but it's very scary for other people.
That's terrible.
Sounds terrible, right? Sounds terrible. That's why nobody actually knows. Some people pretend they know. People don't know, but you will know when you grow up. A lot of people will pretend they know the thing they don't. For example, Gracie asked your sister, we have a long debate on whether GMO food is good for us or bad for us. GMO stands for what?
Genetically modified.
Good manners only.
Genetically modified food, okay? And these people don't even have the decency to label the food in the supermarket whether they are GMO'd or not. They don't even have the decency. The food grow. At least they will tell us. So I have a choice. Whether I will spend more money to buy non-GMO food or spend less money on GMO food. I don't have a choice because I don't know. How these companies tell us, oh, it's too hard, it's too difficult. We don't even know which one is GMO, which one is not GMO. Hey, it's your job to know. Because you grow this vegetable for me, you grow this food for me. and I'm eating it and paying the money, and shouldn't we can vote with our money? Are you telling me I don't even have a choice? For example, Gracie, I'm not using something to kidnap you to come to my classroom. If I do that, you won't come here, right? Are you going to study with me if I use a gun on your head? Gracie,
my gosh.
you probably won't, because you have a choice to study or not to study. If I put a gun on your head, you study, okay. You won't
my
do it. You shouldn't. Mr. Ha want to kidnap everybody. No, Timothy, you know how nice I am. No, what a good gentleman with a gentle heart. Right. Oh yeah, you are great. You are great. You are great. Thank you. Even though it's not true, at least make me feel better. Feel better.
He's being sarcastic.
Yeah, that's right. We have to survive this world with some kind of humor, right? Or else, look at these guys who control our food system. At least you guys learn today, don't buy too much processing food without knowing what's inside it. At least try to understand the chemical inside it, saturated fat or non-saturated fat, to save your liver and kidney. To save your liver and kidney. Anyway. And don't eat drugs, legal or illegal, unless it's totally necessary. Okay, anyway, whose turn? Good job. Back to chemistry. We have to go back to chemistry. Why? Because we are all made up from these 118 chemical elements, most likely only 92. Okay, and synapse, we always talk about synapse. 5 easy pieces. Alex, your turn. 2 paragraphs.
My turn?
Yeah. 5 easy pieces.
There are 5 easy parts of nucleic acids. All nucleic acids are made up of the same building blocks. Monomer.
Mono mean one. Monomer. The same building block mean the same building block. Just think about the Lego. These scientists always scare us with these silly names. Sounds very difficult, right? Why?
Yeah.
Why? To protect their job security. Why? Nothing else. To protect their job security. So they use Latin roots and even worse, Greeks. Latin and Greek, which is a dead language anyway. Okay, that's how do they use a big word to scare you guys away. Oh, science is so hard. But just think about the Lego. But this Lego is so easy because there are only 5 pieces. Okay, not that hard. So somebody should produce these Lego pieces, and so you can build DNA with it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Chemists call the monomers nucleotides. The 5 pieces are uracil,
sound them out.
Thymine, and
adenine,
and guanine.
Good job. Go.
No matter what science class you're in, you will hear about ATCG.
Mm-hmm.
When looking at DNA, uracil is only found in RNA, just as there are between 20 amino acids needed by humans to survive. We also require 5 nucleotides.
Good job. 5 nucleotides. So write them down somewhere, and you don't have to write them now. You can Google anything. You can find these 5 names. For DNA, there's only 4 names, and you definitely need to write them down somewhere and memorize them, who they are, how to spell them, and what is A. what is T, what is CG. Using these Lego pieces, mix them up. There are so many variations. If you know the probabilities and the statistics, probabilities, then you know with a little bit of Lego pieces, you can make so many variations. Okay, a lot of variations. That's the mathematics. Okay, we're not doing math class today, but we're only learning the basics of DNA and RNA. Now finish this, and the next paragraph will be Gracie. Gracie, get ready. Alex, finish everything here. Go.
These nucleotides are made of 3 parts: a 5-carbon sugar, a base that has nitrogen atoms, a ion of phosphoric acid known as phosphate, PO4.
So phosphate, so you need to memorize phosphate is it's one phosphor element, and 4 oxygen element, but you gain rather than lose, gain 3 electron. That negative sign means gaining 3 electron. Wow, this one even have quizzes, but I'm not that bad in this wonderful afternoon to give you guys quiz. That's evil, okay? So we'll keep on enjoying some new knowledge.
No quizzes.
Wow, no quizzes. You want quizzes? Are you sure? So everybody would want your skin, not my skin. So, okay. And Helen, are you ready to read for me? Are you still eating, putting carbohydrates into your body? If you keep on reading.
Okay, after the next person.
Okay. I gave you 5 more minutes. Gracie, you do 2 paragraphs, and then Helen will get ready. DNA detail. Now today, see, we're learning it again, but then later on we'll learn it again and again at least 3 more times. Go.
DNA stands for
Nucleic acid. Go.
It is special because it holds the code for every cell in your body. That's right. Every cell in your body uses DNA as an instruction manual. If you want to take away the importance of that statement, you can say that DNA is a long spiral chain of
nucleotide. Go.
So you get all those nucleotides in 2 long chains that twist around each other. That twisting shape is called a double helix. The spiral ladder has the ability to wind and unwind so that the nucleic acid chain can duplicate itself. That duplication process, called replication, happens every time a cell divides.
Good job. I always envision 2 snakes intertwined with each other. Okay, 2 snakes intertwined with each other. In the Chinese mythology, is the brother and sister with 2 snakes with a human head, but 2 snakes, the tail connected with each other. Okay, the Chinese legends that is 5,000 years ago. You never know. Maybe these primitive people. Yeah, that's right. There's 2 snakes with 2 human head, brother and sister, and the snail tail intertwined with each other. Exactly. Good job. You did good. So I don't know when I read these myths, whether 5,000 years ago, these people already know something about that double helix, or else why they have this very strange legend with the brother and sister actually have a human head but a snake.
What if that they had Cyrus?
What did you say, Helen?
Never mind.
You mind? You just don't want to tell me. You just. I think maybe these human ancestors, they probably smart and they are actually aliens.
I think they built a time machine.
Wow. Wow. What if the time machine for these people, for some people in the universe, is as cheap as my bicycle? Helen, have you ever think about that? I have 3 bicycles because I destroyed 2 of them.
Fake used to be like 10 cents.
Yeah, what if the time machine for these very smart people, they may not be people. Think about this. These aliens may not be people, but they have the brain cell.
What if
One
it's
their brain cell equal to my whole brain cell, right? They may have millions.
actually robots? What if we've actually are all robots and then we all been made today, but our memory they just made all.
So some people even think about it. We are a dreamer living in a dream. We are dreaming our existence. So yes. Some people think we are just digital vision.
That's so sad. I don't want it.
So why you're sad?
Because then everything we worked hard for is fake.
Your money is fake. Then you don't have to work hard to earn it, right?
Many people will be sad because they don't have any more money.
Wow, but let me tell you, money are fake. I know that for truth. I know that money is fake, but it takes long, which means if you die, you wake up. Wow, Timothy, you're getting very philosophical. Why don't you share your wisdom with the whole group?
What if there's like 14 different afterlives? When you wake up, you're in another digital world. And then when you wake up, you're in another digital world. It goes on forever and ever. And so everything you do is fake.
Are you talking about I'm a fake teacher?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Wow. But what I teach you will help your examination. How about that? How about that?
But that might be all fake.
But then you can tell, oh, even my examination are fake. And people pretend to know the knowledge
about... Why do the examinations at all? Just skip the examinations.
Wow. You're just making up an excuse not to go back to school next week. Right?
No.
So I tried to get my kids to homeschool with me, and he said he would rather die than be tortured by me. Right? Timothy, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Who I'm talking about. Not you. I know. You know that boy who rather die than homeschool with me. Okay, anyway, Helen, DNA downtime. Go. Your turn.
Okay. When a cell is in its normal state, the DNA is not duplicating and it just looks like a blob of white strands.
Wow.
Scientists use the word chromatin.
Go. Chromo means colorful stuff. A little piece of color. Okay, go. To describe
DNA. Chromatin can be found in several levels of organization. It changes its overall structure physically, not chemically, during different times of the cell's life. The nucleic acid
the nucleic acid chains. Go. Let's just stop from the chain. The enslavery. We are enslaved by our DNA because I have no choice. I have no choice of my DNA. Even my mom and my dad don't know my DNA. They just gave that to me. Without my vote, I don't have that vote. Go ahead. Neither do you.
Chains usually sitting around uncoiled as loose strands. When it is time for the cell to reproduce, they condense and wrap up very tightly. The tightly wound DNA is called chromosome.
Chromosome. Go. That's some colorful stuff intertwined with each other very madly. Go ahead. Chromosome.
Kind of like long hot dog.
Wow, what kind of image is that? Go ahead.
It's food.
Wow.
They're also found in pairs. There.
Okay, then last time we learned about that a little bit. Who is going to read the next paragraph? Helen, finish the next paragraph, and then it's Alex. Go, one more paragraph. Go.
In most organisms, you'll find DNA in the nucleus. Chromosomes work with other nucleic acids in the cell to build proteins and help in cell replication.
Good job.
You will most likely find mRNA messenger.
No, stop. Messenger ribonucleic acid. So ribo, you stop there, and the nucleic. I mean, in the nucleus of your cell, you have an animal cell in you. No, not one. Tons of them. Acid. You know acid. You know. Okay, go. So that's how do you read it?
In the
Go.
In the nucleus with the DNA, tRNA, transfer-ribonucleic acid, is found outside of the nucleus, floating in the cell. In a few
organisms called prokaryotic.
In a few organisms called
That's a very primitive kind of cell. Very primitive, only found in bacteria, virus, stuff like that. Go ahead.
There is no defined nucleus, and the DNA is found throughout the cell.
Good job. Beautiful. Now, Alex, go. Even though it sounds very complicated, it's not. Shouldn't be using these big, ugly words. They should provide some easy things for us to memorize. Go. Your DNA instruction manual.
Just remember that DNA is the instruction manual for an organism. Even though all organisms use the same 5 nucleic acids to build and replicate DNA, it is the order that makes us who we are. We've got the 3 pyrimidine bases, cytosine, thymine, and uracil, and the 2 purine bases, adenine and guanine.
All these 5 words, doesn't matter how you memorize it, it's your job, just memorize them. Okay, sound them out and write out 1,000 times and write on your forehead. I don't care, you just memorize them, it's junk. Okay, but I don't know all these 5 ugly names, you just need to memorize them somehow, okay? Somehow. And the next breakthrough, unfortunately, is this genetic engineering stuff. One scary thing is AI, artificial intelligence. The other is this genetic manipulation. They can make our life so easy and so profitable, but the future is so scary. Both of them should give me nightmare. But once I learn how to ignore them. I learn them and forget about them. But you cannot ignore them. Half of your time you need to know, at least you need to know about them, or else people will manipulate your DNA without you knowing it, without your knowledge of it. Okay, they're already fooling around with our food. I'm pretty sure that a lot of the diseases people get these days are from their food. Okay, because you put them into your mouth through your digestive system, it's get into your body. It's influenced the way you think and how your body functions. So at least through study this one with me, be careful about your food, especially these processing food. I'm not getting into GMO in greater detail, but I probably will send it in our group. Grace's sister and my other students a long 45 minutes debate on GMO food. Okay, in order to understand these big girls, GMO debate, you actually have to understand. You actually have to understand these basic biochemical stuff. Okay, whose turn? Whose turn? Finish this. Alex, right? Finish this.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Oh.
Finish this paragraph and then somebody else. Or we only have 8 minutes, 7 minutes. So.
Okay. Every organism on Earth has a different number and order of base pairs. The base pair is created when one purine base bonds to a pyridine base. The order of the base pairs determine your physiology.
Physiology is your body system, whether you're strong or you're weak, whether you're tall or short, and whether you're skinny or fat, this kind of thing. Okay.
When you get a group of 3 base pairs of DNA, they can code for 1 amino acids. Once the strings of mRNA leaves the nucleus with information, long chains of amino acids can be constructed. That's when you have made proteins that can do work for the cells. It all goes back to the number and order of base pairs in an original DNA strand.
Okay, good job. Wonderful job. So I think today we actually learned something. Okay, maybe this is the last homework for this hurricane season. And I would like to keep on teaching you if you parents contact me, this online stuff, right? Then we'll have fun and